everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to do products that have been dethroned in my collection. This is a video I seen a while ago. I think it was a group collaboration video. I will try and track down all of the videos that I took inspiration from and link them in the description box below. But I thought it was quite a good idea to look into my collection and see what products I've kind of taken a back seat because there are other ones that I now prefer over them. So we have 8 products to get through, so let's get started. The first thing is the Batiste Dry Shampoo. As you can see, this has black marker lines on it because this was something that was in my project pan. Was going through it fine until I bought the product that dethroned it, and now I can't remember the last time I've reached for this. So I took it out of the project pan for that and threw it in the back of the drawer. I've now replaced it with the Amika Dry Shampoo. This is better for me in that it smells so much nicer. There's less of a white cast. It feels like a lighter formula, so it doesn't weigh my hair down and makes it feel more like it's been washed as opposed to I've just put dry shampoo in it. My only issue with this is the price. You can usually pick one of these up for about £3. I think this one retails for about £20. I think I did manage to get this one on sale for about £12, but since buying it I've not seen it at that low price and I'm getting a bit low, so I'm really torn on what to do because I just don't feel like I can go back to Batiste. I might just have to keep an eye out, and if I can't I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and pay £20 for a dry shampoo, which to me is insane, but I really love it so much and I think I would struggle using Batiste again. The next thing to be dethroned is my Seche Vite Top Coat. This has been my holy grail top coat nail varnish for so long, but I found that it was starting to make my nail varnish shrink and also make it go darker as the days progressed. It still didn't chip, but it just didn't look as good as it did when I first applied it. And at first I kind of put it down to it being a dodgy bottle of it, but then after trying this other top coat, I don't know if it's just that formula now. So I have this bottle here, and I think I have another bottle in my backup bag, which I don't know if I'm going to reach for, which is a waste because it is quite expensive. But now I found myself reaching for this Essie Top Coat a lot more. I don't actually remember the last time I used the Seche Vite one. This is one that I picked up, I think, as part of a duo set when I went on holiday earlier in the year. I got it from duty free, so I don't think I paid full price for it, but I would definitely purchase it again. I think they are both in the same price range, to be honest. I think Seche Vite is usually about £9 and I think this is £10, but I do just prefer this so much more. It definitely makes my nail varnish last long, if not longer than the Seche Vite, but it doesn't discolour or make my nail varnish shrink. I kept saying I was going to try the other bottle of Seche Vite that I have, which I may do once this runs out, but I would definitely repurchase this over Seche Vite. On to brow products, and this is probably the first product in my collection that was officially dethroned, and that is the Rimmel Brow This Way. This is a brand new one that I never got around to using because at the time I finished the old one I was using, I purchased the Goof Proof eye pencil. I had been kind of dipping in and out of different pencils while using this and just never come across one that I really liked until I tried this one, and now this is the one that I exclusively use every single day to fill in my brows. I don't think I could go back to using a powder again after using this and getting the hang of this kind of thing, but I won't get rid of it just in case I do go back to it. I did only use the powder anyway, to be honest. I never did use the wax size because it just made my brows too dark. But yeah, this was definitely the first product to be dethroned out of my collection, and now I use this one instead. On to concealers. We have the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, and this was the concealer that I used to use solely under my eyes to get rid of my dark circles. I found as I was getting less and less sleep and my dark circles were getting darker, this just wasn't cutting it anymore. So I wanted to look for something a bit more heavy duty but not thicker. I tried Tarte Shape Tape and that just didn't work for me at all. So someone recommended to me the YSL Touch Eclat, and this has a brush applicator as opposed to the doe foot, and I find that this just blends so easily under the eyes. It doesn't settle into the fine lines, and the shade that I have is shade 1, which is a kind of peach undertone shade, and that seems to counteract the dark circles slightly better than this one, which I think this one just has neutral undertones, so it's not a yellow or peach or anything, it's just quite neutral. So this covered them to a degree, and I think if they ever went back to not being as bad, I probably could use this again. But when they are really bad, this is what I need to pull out, because this does get rid of them the best, even more so than a couple of colour correctors that I've tried. So definitely this is now my holy grail and something I use every single day. This I pull out occasionally. Now we have a mascara, and this is the Clinque Lash Power Mascara. It was my go-to everyday mascara. Would wear this most days for work, was regularly reaching for it. It then got a bit neglected when I found the Essence Lashes of the Day mascara. This was something that I purchased, I think, when I was on holiday in April, and have been using it ever since. This is now my second bottle of this. I have repurchased it, and this is probably my now favourite everyday mascara. I do have other mascaras that I probably do prefer to both of these, but they are more my dramatic mascaras, I would say. But in terms of my day-to-day mascara, this one's definitely been dethroned for this one. So, and also the price difference is a huge factor in that, because I think this is about £19 and this is about £3, so another reason even more so to use this one. Then we have highlighters. My everyday highlighter is the Balm Mary Luminizer, and that is one I put on every day for work. Probably don't need to wear highlighter for work, but I feel like I need to use it up because I have a few highlighters in my collection. When I go out of a night, or when I'm looking for a more dramatic look, I tend to like a more brighter highlighter than the Mary Luminizer, and this Revolution Vivid Baked highlighter was my go-to really bright in your face highlighter, and I did really enjoy it, used it quite a lot, even though it doesn't look like it did. I did use this for quite a long time when I wanted that more dramatic look. But then I found the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter, and this one is bright without being white, whereas this one is quite white and more in your face, whereas because of the shade I have in this, which is Precious Petals, it is more brighter but not too bright, and it's definitely a step up from the Mary Luminizer, so this is the one that I reach for. It's the one I have on now. I don't know if it shows in the camera or not, but yeah, this is definitely dethroned the Revolution one, and I probably could do with getting rid of this one because I don't reach for it at all, because I'm always reaching for this one if not the Mary Luminizer. The next thing is under eye setting powder, or generally just setting powder. The one that I was using on a daily basis was the e.l.f. Under Eye HD setting powder. I still do use this one, but now I found myself reaching more and more for this, which is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. As you can see, this is just a little sample of it, but I'm definitely considering purchasing the full size of this when this runs out. I don't tend to use setting powder all over my face. I do just tend to use it to set my concealer under my eyes, mainly because I don't wear foundation on a daily basis anyway. It is just concealer under my eyes that I wear every day. But I say this is the one that I did use every single day, but now I'm finding myself using this more, and I think probably just go for it and buy the full size one of these, as I do really rate this as a setting powder. Whereas this one sets my concealer fine and doesn't really settle into fine lines. This blurs my fine lines, so it's definitely a win in my book. The final item is a lip product, and my go-to holy grail favourite ever liquid lipstick formula was the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. Don't get me wrong, this is still one of my favourite lip formulas for its longevity, its comfort, and the shades of colours that they have. I definitely still do love this formula, but now I prefer the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lip formula over it. These have a habit to stay sticky for the majority of the day, but because of the longevity of them and the fact that I don't need to reapply them, I can get over that. It's not uncomfortable, it's just there basically. This has all the benefits of this one without the sticky lip situation. so I definitely found myself putting this on a little bit more than I do these. Although I do still love these, I would say that technically they have been dethroned on the top of my favourite liquid lipstick formula. So that is it for all the items that have been dethroned in my collection. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.